Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're embarking on a really transformative journey, I think. We're delving into some profound insights from the Babaji Unified 2025 series. And our wisdom for this exploration, it's drawn from that incredible book, Unified, A Course on Truth, by author Roger Lanphear.
A foundational text for this work.
Exactly. And our mission for this deep dive is pretty crucial. We're going to uncover how you can establish clear, powerfully protected communication with your higher self.
That direct line.
Yes. And learn how to effectively navigate those, often subtle influences around you to ensure you receive only reliable, true guidance. Have you ever felt that kind of inner static, or maybe a whisper of doubt, or just not being clear when tuning into your intuition?
I think most people have at some point.
Well, today we're diving into some really powerful tools designed to clear that very static and hopefully guide you to your clearest inner voice.
It's a foundational step, really, isn't it, towards self-mastery. This isn't just about understanding concepts floating around. It's about practical tools, things you can actually do to interact with your inner world and, the energy around you in a new, much more empowered way.
That's precisely it. For years, you might have felt a gentle nudge, maybe a whispered intuition, almost like a clock ticking quietly in a room.
Always there, but unnoticed.
Right. Your higher self has always been there, helping, directing, guiding you, even if you weren't fully aware of its constant presence. But now, maybe you've started to experience that connection on a more intimate level. You know that voice is truly there.
And that shift, that realization, it's remarkable.
It really is, knowing you have this inner guidance system.
Absolutely. And, the next really crucial step, once you recognize that voice, is to actually focus your attention on its messages. Learn to listen intentionally.
Right. Tune in.
But before you dive right in, the source material emphasizes something really essential first. A prerequisite, you could say.
Okay. What's that?
Yeah, it talks about developing safeguards.
Yeah.
Robust, energetic safeguards.
Safeguards. That's a strong word here. Because as the book explains, not all the thoughts bouncing around in your head actually originate from you, from your own consciousness.
That's a key insight.
Which brings us to what the book calls uninvited influences. These are like subtle, energetic presences or thought forms, maybe from people living or not.
Exactly. And they can inadvertently sort of invade your aura, your personal energy field, and subtly affect your thoughts. It makes it really challenging sometimes to distinguish your true inner voice from this outside noise.
Okay, so what's really critical to understand about these influences? Their nature, their impact.
Well, the thoughts they might feed you can vary wildly. I mean, they could seem helpful or actually be harmful, feel right or be wrong, negative, positive, fearful, cheerful. Even seemingly ingenious ideas can come through this way.
Wow. Okay. So not always negative then.
Not always obviously negative, no. But here's the absolute core insight, the bottom line. They're fundamentally unreliable.
Yeah.
Always.
Unreliable. That's the key.
Yes. The only thoughts you can truly trust, the only ones that genuinely serve your highest good, are those that come directly from your higher self. The challenge is most people simply cannot tell the difference. It all just feels like thought.
Where do these influences even come from, according to the source?
Often they stem from confused, troubled, maybe hurting individuals who have passed on, who've died, but have, for various reasons, maybe refused help or guidance on the other side. They've remained kind of stuck, often due to attachments to the physical world they left behind.
And the symptoms of their presence. I mean, how would you even know if this is happening? The book says it can be quite disruptive and maybe baffling.
It really can. You might suddenly feel moody out of nowhere or irritable, just completely exhausted for no reason, pained, angry, or experience any other emotion or feeling that seems, wildly inappropriate for whatever situation you're actually in.
Like it doesn't match.
Exactly. It can even lead to uncontrolled behavior sometimes. Things you do or say that you later regret, leaving you wondering, where on earth did that come from?
Right. That feeling of not being yourself.
That's the exact point. And connecting this to the bigger picture, the book is quite clear. These influences must be stopped. They have to be addressed.
Why? What's the risk of just letting them be?
Because they are, in essence, the energetic noise or static in your field. They prevent that clear, consistent communication with your higher self. And ultimately, they hinder a new life of, happiness and abundance from flowing easily and effortlessly into your experience.
So it's about clarity, creating space.
Yes. True spiritual clarity and personal alignment aren't just about seeking guidance. First, it's about creating an unburdened, clear, energetic space, getting rid of the noise.
Okay. So if these influences are creating all this static, what's the first, maybe the most accessible step the source material recommends? How do we start quieting that noise and creating that clear space?
Well, the first practical tool is surprisingly direct. It's about closing your aura.
Closing your aura. Okay.
And the book says this remedy is easy because, and I quote, "we are masters of our own selves." It's a reminder that you have inherent power over your own energetic boundaries. You're in charge of your space.
I like that. So is there a specific way to do it? A command?
Yes, there's a specific command. It's powerful but concise. You simply state, with intention, "I close my aura to all except my higher self."
I close my aura to all except my higher self. Simple.
Very simple. But that sentence, spoken with intent, acts as a protective barrier. It effectively closes your personal energy field from, any external invasion until you consciously choose to open it again. Think about like drawing a protective energetic boundary right around yourself.
Okay, so this isn't just a one-time thing you do in meditation, is it? The advice on practice seems to suggest using it a lot.
It does, very much so. The source suggests you, quote, "can't say the words to close your aura too often." The goal really is for it to become almost second nature, an automatic energetic response.
When would you use it typically?
Say it whenever you're in crowds of people, definitely. Or if you find yourself in any kind of negative or draining atmosphere, like around sickness, maybe near an accident scene, or even just around a particularly troubled or negative person.
That makes sense. Protect your energy.
Exactly. And it's important to practice this even when you're at home, because unconscious empathy, let's say, for sick child or a distressed partner, that can inadvertently open your aura too. You end up, as the book puts it, borrowing suffering.
Borrowing suffering. Wow. That makes you think, doesn't it? About those days where you just feel completely drained and you have no idea why.
Precisely. This offers a really potent explanation and, more importantly, a tool to manage it.
So just to be absolutely clear, when we close our aura like this, are we shutting ourselves off from everything, like from love or connection?
That's a great question. And no, not at all. Closing the aura acts more like a filter. It allows only your higher self inputs to come through clearly, but crucially, your heart space, which the book describes as pure love, your fundamental existence that remains open.
Ah, okay, so the core stays open.
Yes. Think of your heart space not just as the physical organ, but as your deepest, most authentic, energetic core. It's the seat of pure, unconditional love. And that remains accessible, always, even when your protective aura is consciously closed. It ensures you can still receive and, importantly, emanate love, which is your true nature.
Okay, that distinction is really helpful. So we've established this first line of defense, this initial energetic boundary. But what if, despite our best efforts to close the door, some of these uninvited influences have maybe already snuck in, or maybe they were already there, feeling quite at home in our energetic space?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that can happen.
What's our next crucial line of defense then?
Right, that's where the second safeguard comes in. This one is about clearing your aura, actively cleaning house, so to speak.
Okay, clearing it out. How do we do that?
You begin each daily quiet period,
Great.
Your meditation time, or whenever you sit quietly, by reciting specific words that actively clear your energy field. The book advises that these words should be memorized, ideally by the end of the week of learning them.
So it becomes readily available. What are the words?
It's a powerful 6-part declaration, you say. To all uninvited influences in my aura, I send love and light.
Okay, starting with love and light.
Yes. Then, you are each whole and healed. You are each created as love and light,
Right.
And you are still love and light. You each feel no pain now, and you are not afraid. You each have a perfect place to go, and I ask my higher self, and here you use your higher self's name, if you know it, to take you there now. Each of you go in peace.
Wow. That sounds incredibly comprehensive and quite compassionate, actually. So this process, it doesn't just, kick them out. It actually helps these lost souls reach their intended destination.
Exactly. It's truly a service on multiple levels. You're clearing your space, yes, but you're also assisting these energies with love and direction.
That feels really good. And is this also something to do often?
Yes. Once you have it memorized, the book says it takes less than a minute to recite. And it should ideally be done every time you close your aura. Think of it as a continuous cleaning process for your energy field.
Like spiritual hygiene.
Vital, ongoing spiritual hygiene. It helps you maintain that clear, receptive space for your higher self.
Okay, so we have the tools now to protect our boundaries, closing the aura, and to clear our space, that clearing declaration. Now for the third vital safeguard. This one feels incredibly personal, a unique signal given to you by your higher self, like a secret, energetic password.
That's a great way to put it, a password. Yes, this signal is, well, the book says it's paramount because it's your absolute assurance, your confirmation that you are indeed communicating with your higher self and not with an uninvited influence.
So it cuts through any potential confusion.
Precisely. It's your personal, unwavering confirmation that the guidance you're receiving is authentic and truly from your highest source.
How do you get this signal? Do you just wait for it?
No, you ask for it. The method sounds simple, but it's deeply profound. After you've cleared your aura using the words we just discussed, and you've settled into your quiet time, into your heart space, you simply think the request. My dear higher self, using your higher self's name, please give me your signal now.
Just ask.
Just ask. And the book mentions it's important to be sitting for this, if possible, so your entire body is free to move and respond naturally to the signal when it comes.
Okay. What kind of signals might people receive? Is it always the same kind of thing?
Oh, it's wonderfully diverse. It could be a physical movement, maybe a gentle tilt of your head, a subtle shift in your upper body. Perhaps your fingers twitch or move, an arm or leg might move slightly, or even just a fluttering of the eyelids.
Interesting. Physical things.
Or it might be a distinct sensation, like a gentle caress on your skin, a feeling of warmth spreading, or maybe a tingling feeling somewhere specific.
Sensations. Okay. What else?
You might receive a vision. That could be a clear picture in your mind's eye, or sometimes it's simply an internal flash or perception of light. Or, for some people, it could be something they distinctly hear, maybe a specific tone, a word, or a subtle sound. It's very individual.
So, lots of possibilities. But what are the non-negotiables? What does the source material say we absolutely must expect from this signal for it to be valid?
There are two crucial certainties. First, the signal must be pleasant. It should feel good, gentle, loving, never jarring or uncomfortable.
Pleasant. Got it. And the second?
Second, it must be given to you every single time you ask for it. Consistency is key.
Every time, without fail.
Without fail. If you ask for your signal and you don't receive it, or if what you receive feels unpleasant in any way, the instruction is very clear. Stop, clean your aura again using the clearing command we talked about.
Reset the space.
Exactly. Reset the space and then re-ask for the signal. This absolute consistency is essential for building that deep trust in your direct communication line with your higher self.
That makes perfect sense. You need to know it's reliable.
Yes. And you're encouraged, especially in the beginning, to devote your quiet times this week primarily to discovering this signal, and then just simply enjoying the pleasant experience of receiving it. The book suggests it will come quite easily once you settle into quietness and have that clear intention.
So these three safeguards, closing the aura, clearing the aura, and getting that personal signal, they form a really powerful combination, don't they, for energetic protection and clear connection.
A foundational trilogy, yes.
So what does this all mean for integrating these practices into, your daily life? How do we apply these teachings practically throughout the week?
Right. The book outlines specific daily and bedtime practices to help embed these habits. At bedtime this week, the suggestion is to continue practicing those words to clear your aura of uninvited influences. Get really familiar with them.
Okay, reinforce the clearing.
Yes. Then, for 3 nights of the week, you also practice unifying yourself with God. You do this by thinking of God's qualities like love, peace, wisdom, and then consciously giving yourself those same qualities. For instance, thinking, God is love, and so am I love, because I am made in His image.
Reaffirming that connection.
Exactly. It reaffirms your inherent divinity and your connection to the universal source, recognizing that the qualities of creation are also right there within you.
Okay, that's for 3 nights. What about the other 4?
For the balance of the 4 nights, the advice is to continue the exercise from the previous week's focus. Give words of thanks to your higher self for its guidance and love, and then consciously transmit your love energy outwards, perhaps to specific people, places, or situations you choose.
So gratitude and sharing love. Nice. And during our waking hours, what's the practice for the daytime?
During the day this week, the encouragement is simple. Continue to consciously send love to anyone or anything whenever it occurs to you. Just brief moments of focused intention.
Just keep that love flowing outward.
Yes. This simple yet really powerful practice of giving love in your thoughts. It helps ensure you receive it back, often in unexpected ways. It's about consciously cultivating a state of being in love moment by moment.
Okay. Now, let's maybe deepen our understanding a bit. We've looked further into the source material and the community discussions around it, and there's some really practical nuances that come up, right? Real-world applications.
Absolutely.
For instance, let's talk more about the aura itself, its reality, its reach.
Yes, what's fascinating and maybe surprising to some is that the aura isn't just some vague mystical glow right around your head. It's described as a real energy body surrounding your physical form. And get this, it can extend up to 30 feet out from you.
30 feet? That's huge. That could cover your entire home.
Potentially, yes. It means your personal energetic bubble is far larger than you might consciously realize, which really underlines why practicing closing and clearing it is so vital for maintaining your personal space, energetically speaking.
Wow. And meditation helps with the aura.
Yes. Meditation is mentioned as a way to help heal and brighten the aura, primarily by releasing energetic blocks stored within it. And, you might already unconsciously sense others' auras in your daily interactions, even if you don't label it that way. That feeling you get around certain people. Part of that is likely aura interaction.
That expansive reach really does highlight the importance of consistent practice, doesn't it? So this closing and clearing, it's not just for your quiet times at home.
Not at all. That's a critical point that comes up often. Once you've memorized the words and the intention, closing and clearing your aura becomes a rapid, continuous form of spiritual hygiene. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Standing in line at a store, before a meeting, after a difficult phone call.
Like constantly managing incoming energetic mosquitoes, you called them.
Haha, yes, something like that. Managing those little buzzing influences.
Yeah.
But the assurance from the source is really important here. While it might feel like constant maintenance initially, the need for such frequent cleaning will naturally decrease over time.
Oh, why is that?
As your own personal vibration rises, as you do this work and clear your field, you become less susceptible, less resonant with lower vibration external influences. Your own light gets stronger.
Okay, that's encouraging. Which leads perfectly into another really important distinction that often gets discussed. The difference between empathy and compassion, especially when we're talking about energy protection.
Yes, this is a subtle but crucial difference. Unconscious empathy, while it often comes from a kind place, can inadvertently open your aura. You feel with someone so strongly that you essentially absorb, or as the book said, borrow their suffering, their energy.
And that can drain you.
Absolutely. And not only that, it can also trigger and surface your own hidden or unhealed suffering. Seeing another's pain can activate similar unhealed aspects within you. This is why conscious awareness in these situations is so key.
So instead of just unconsciously taking on other people's energetic burdens, what's the more empowering alternative? How can we still be present and loving without getting swamped?
The alternative offered is cultivating compassion.
Compassion, not empathy. How is it different energetically?
Compassion allows you to observe situations, including suffering, with deep understanding, with love, with a desire to help if appropriate, but without energetically merging or connecting to the point where you take on the negative influences or the pain itself. You preserve your vital energy.
So you can hold space without absorbing the static.
Exactly. You're not detaching from humanity or becoming cold. Rather, you're becoming a more stable, effective conduit of positive energy and support precisely because you're maintaining your energetic sovereignty, your own clear space.
Okay. And how does this whole understanding of energy exchange apply to everyday social interactions, like even simple physical contact, handshakes, hugs?
That's another practical point that comes up. Yes, physical contact like handshakes or hugs can indeed lead to an exchange of energies. It's just the nature of energetic fields interacting.
So should we be afraid to touch people?
No. It's not about developing fear at all. It's simply about awareness. You're encouraged to be mindful and perhaps utilize the aura closing and clearing tools, especially when you're in crowded places or after maybe more intense or prolonged social interactions, just as a simple way to maintain your energetic clarity. A quick reset.
But this awareness, these tools, they don't mean we should retreat from the world or isolate ourselves, right?
Absolutely not. The teaching is quite clear on this. You are meant to carry your light and love into social gatherings, into the world, not shy away from it.
So the tools empower engagement, not withdrawal.
Precisely. They empower you to protect your energy while continuing to spread positive vibrations and fulfill whatever your purpose is out in the world. They enable you to be a beacon of light without getting drained or compromised by the surrounding energies.
That's a much more empowering perspective. Now, another key insight that seemed really emphasized was about the absolute reliability of that higher self signal. Why is that consistency just so crucial?
Yeah, for genuine trust to build and for the communication to be truly clear and usable, the signal you receive from your higher self must be consistent. Every single time you ask for it, you should get that same pleasant signal.
It has to be like an unwavering password.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the perfect analogy. It's your unwavering password, confirming the source of your guidance. Without that absolute consistency, it's very difficult to build the foundational trust needed for deep inner work, for making decisions based on that guidance, You need to know you can rely on it.
Makes total sense. Okay, and what about things like food and other spiritual habits? We often hear about specific diets or restrictions being important in spiritual traditions. Does this source material weigh in on that? Like avoiding certain ingredients, garlic or onions sometimes comes up?
Yes, that brings up a really interesting perspective from this teaching. True spiritual progress, according to this source, is not really about externally enforced diets or behaviors.
So it's not about following strict rules.
Not fundamentally, no. The emphasis is more that as you attain wisdom, as your personal vibration naturally rises through practices like these, your preferences and habits, including your food choices, will naturally start to align with your higher state of being. You might find yourself drawn to different foods, or perhaps eating less, or differently.
So it's an internal shift, not an external rule.
Exactly. The real key, the book suggests, is to consume whatever food you do eat with love and acceptance. Because the energy you imbue into your food, the intention and gratitude with which you consume it, that matters far more for your spiritual state than the specific ingredients themselves. Forced restrictions, it implies, won't actually lead to enlightenment if the internal state isn't aligned.
Consume with love and acceptance, that feels much more holistic.
It is. It brings the focus back to your internal state of being.
This has all been incredibly insightful, laying such a strong foundation with these safeguards. Can you give us any glimpses, perhaps, into how these practices prepare us for what might come next in future deep dives based on this material?
Absolutely. Learning to communicate clearly and reliably with your higher self using these safeguards. That is fundamentally a form of channeling. You're channeling your own highest wisdom.
So this is channeling.
In its most personal and essential form, yes. And these safeguards, clearing the signal, they are absolutely foundational to potentially more advanced spiritual practices that might be explored later. Things like perhaps learning to channel other masters or guides safely and clearly, or delving deeper into effective manifestation techniques.
Because you need that clear, protected line first.
You absolutely need that clear, protected, trusted line first. It shows how having this clear connection with your higher self can powerfully shape your reality and open doors to further growth.
So really, what does this all mean for you, the listener? These profound safeguards we've explored today, they aren't just instructions in a book. They are truly transformative tools. Tools for establishing and, crucially, maintaining that crystal clear communication with your own higher self. And for consciously protecting your personal energy field in, every aspect of your life. It really sounds like it's about being truly present, discerning, and feeling empowered in your own energetic space.
That sums it up beautifully. These tools are genuinely about living an empowered life. They enable you to move through the world with conscious awareness, with unwavering inner guidance that you can trust, and with authentic connection both inward and outward.
So you can be open and loving and connected.
Yes, absolutely. While still protecting your sovereign energy and maintaining your clarity. It's not about building walls, it's about managing the door effectively.
I love that. Okay, so here's a final thought to leave you with. Given these powerful tools to clear the noise, to really manage that door and establish such a direct line, what surprising, maybe wonderful ways might your higher self choose to communicate with you when you truly, consciously create the space for its voice?